Hi, this is Stacy Hart-Townsley, and I am presenting my final project idea. And what I want this to be is an asynchronous online textbook tutorial. So basically, what I have in place right now in my classroom is a uh, video, and it's just a screencast of me going through the online textbook. And I basically have them look at it, they access their book, and then their parents are going to sign off saying that they accessed their book. And it's all too late that I find out that the students haven't even tried. When we get our first assignment, they're like, Miss Hart, I don't, there's not enough textbooks. I need to check out a textbook, and so on and so forth. And I say, I have to remind them that their online textbook is a resource that they need to be able to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some principles of behaviorism to design the lesson that achieves these three goals. I want them to be able to navigate to the online textbook portal, distinguish between virtual lessons and the textbook resources, and then submit a completed online assignment. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is navigating to the online portal. This is actually one of the biggest stumbling blocks for most students for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's not intuitive to students to have their grade book or their grades and their biology connected, and so it's kind of hard for them to get over that. And so what I have to do is I have to show them that they need to go to their PowerSchool account and then find Pearson courses on the bottom left. All right. And so what I need to do, or what I want to do, is have kind of this dual screen to where, say, on this side right here, there is a thumbnail of the video tutorial or the screencast. Whereas over here, I have written instructions step by step so that they have this pane or this view. It's static or still life, and then they have the more dynamic interactive video over here. Okay, so I can do that a couple ways, just like I'm doing today. I can have two divisions of the Google Slides, or I was thinking, you can snap screens. So, for example, I could drag this over here and have the screencast going, and then over here just have maybe a presentation that shows the transitions and the topics and the type and stuff like that. So I'm up for suggestions if anybody has a better idea. I definitely want to incorporate both, because that's one thing that I found in my initial video. If you recall, I didn't have a lot of transitions, and I basically just showed them everything at once, and I think that might have hindered them. All right, and so then we would distinguish between the virtual lessons and the textbook. So there's two basic parts, and I need to divide those up. It's like divide and conquer. And so they're going to go through the Explore. I would have multiple, once again, those double screen views of, okay, here's what we're going to do now, and here's how you do it. So on the left-hand side, have discrete instructions, and then on the right-hand side, have the interactive screencast. I would do the same thing with accessing the textbook, the tools that can be found in the textbook. I would have it screencasted over here on the right, and then static or still life over here on the left. Last but not, or no, not last, we definitely want to complete the online assignment, and so I will show them their to-do list. In the virtual section, they're able to access anything that I've assigned, and so I definitely want them to be able to find it. Once again, it's kind of hiding in there, and so I want to point it out to them, and then go through the actual assignment to walk them through doing the assignment. So where they need to click, where they need to go, how they need to move through, and what tools are available as they complete the activity. All of these, this kind of introduction is going to be very helpful for students as the class period goes on. So to sum it up, I want to do an asynchronous tutorial on how to access their online textbook, how to distinguish the two different parts of their virtual resources, and then finally, how to get to their assignment and complete their assignment. Thanks.